The NBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Kalshi. Make real money predicting sports. Kalshi is available in all 50 states, and you get $20 free with promo code SGPN. That is Kalshi, promo code SGPN. Yes, sir. We are back with another edition of the NBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. No, me, no voice, and guys, me, really rough, feeling rough, Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service. All right, well, technical difficulties is immediately how we're starting the show today. I've come off of hiatus. We've had mic issues here, mic issues there. We've gotten a new mic. Hopefully things sound better. I need to actually kind of figure this out. It's like crazy. It's a bunch of technology. And I'm honestly, truly like I feel like an old man trying to figure this out. And I'm going to have to outsource to the big bosses to be able to help me out. But hopefully, we've got it good enough where everybody can understand me and we can talk about the Utah Jazz because this team is amazing. And the fact that they are doing everything possible to not win games, this has to be investigated. This has to be investigated. And you know what? It didn't even matter. Against the Miami, it didn't even matter. This is the second night that Laurie Markkinen and Jaren Jackson Jr. played 0 minutes in the fourth quarter. The second night. Last time against the Orlando Magic, they were leading in the third quarter. And they still covered the game. And now here they are playing the Miami Heat in Miami. I mean, come on, seriously. Like, this was free money. Miami laying 5.5 at home. No way. I think it opened up at like close to like 9. Utah is inevitable. The Utah Jazz are inevitable. Oh my gosh, I love this team. I'm so glad to be back. Gosh, I love the Utah Jazz. Lonte, I got Lonte here with me. Lonte, what's going on? As I try to figure, oh my gosh, technology is not working for
That's
me
all
today.
good. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm locked in, ready to go. Let's get to it.
All right. Well, I just have to say, first of all, never mind. Before we actually keep going, did you see what happened in Charlotte?
Yeah, I was watching that live. It was that was crazy.
uh, I just think I would love like for some type of rivalry to just start up in the NBA between two teams, and like it was a really good game too. Like the Charlotte Hornets are legit basketball right now, but I don't know what part of it I enjoyed more, but Isaiah Stewart charging off of the bench, not even in the game, like just bump any type of suspension. There's nobody. I have to assume he broke away from whoever was trying to hold him back on the bench. And then it's just like just fireworks. I still don't think any punches were landed. Maybe a couple of tussling, but like this was a this was a great wrestling session. Essentially, punches were thrown, nothing landed. At least I don't think. Maybe I have to get back and review the tape. But this was a great wrestling session, and this has to. We have to say the Pistons. The Pistons have a lot of juice right now that I think might just carry them into the playoffs if this lands. But Lonte, a bunch of suspensions coming out of this surely.
Yeah, for sure. And I think probably who will get the most is Beef Stew because he came off the bench. So that's
I mean,
always.
technically, just one game, if we're being technical. Now, he did do a lot after he came off the bench, but being
And he's
technical,
a repeat offender. And he's a repeat offender, quote
and he's
unquote.
a repeat offender, but being technical, coming off the bench only gets you one game. So, like, when you think about it, I mean, he was like, all right, a game. And then he did all, the extraness
Yeah.
that he did.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was a good game too. Like I could see, you could kind of see it, like you know, bubbling up. They were physical. I mean, Detroit's a physical team. They play physical. Charlotte kind of wasn't backing down. They were up early. Like you could kind of see the physicality taking place. There's a couple, and the refs were kind of letting them play through it, which I mean, I applaud them for doing, just not getting in the way. And then, I mean, it was a hard foul that Musa did on Duran, but I mean, I didn't think it would. I didn't think it would lead to that, but you know, it did, and I mean,
Charles Lee got ejected. Like crazy, just craziness going on in the Queen City. Shout out Charlotte, North Carolina. Very, very interested to see how the East turns up. I really do am interested. And then, oh man, I mean, Nas Reed gets ejected for fighting as well. There's a lot going on in the NBA tonight. A lot of action going on in the NBA. Hey, let me remind you, download the SGPN app for all of our free picks and podcasts, all in one app over there in your app store. Make sure you go download it right now over there, the SGPN app. All right, Lonte, let's get to the first game we are going to talk about here. Tuesday, we've got a 4-game slate, nothing spectacular, but the Indiana Pacers are on the road going to play my New York Knicks. Knicks are laying 11 and a half. 223 and a half is the total. Let me see here. What can I pull up of an injury report? And for the New York Knicks, it looks like Mitchell Robinson is going to be out. We know Deuce McBride is going to be out for a while with that pelvis injury. And then OG Anunoby, questionable with a toe injury. For the Pacers, let's see. Zuak is questionable for Tuesday's game against the Knicks. We've got Aaron Neesmith, who is questionable as well with a left hamstring. Michael Potter, questionable for the game. TJ McConnell is a questionable with our right hamstring. And it dropped earlier. Johnny Furpey is out for the season with an ACL tear. Yikes. All right. Well, this should be interesting to see who all actually plays for the Pacers. Pacers catching 11 and a half on the road. Lonte, what are you doing here?
yeah, pretty simple for me, man. I love the Knicks in this spot. If you want to go first quarter, first half, full game, I'll take all three. I think they are just the superior team. They're playing well. The Pacers haven't covered, I think, four straight. They haven't covered six of their last 10. Knicks have won and covered nine of their last 10. They had that stretch where they were really good and then they were really bad, and now they're back to being really good. So if they can find some consistency going forward, I know they're dealing with the injuries to OG and then Cat and just injuries that everybody's just kind of limping to the finish line to get to the All Star break. But again, I think they're 20-8 ATS at home. I don't see anything changing here with the Pacers, who are probably playing some of the fire ant guys on their team with all the injuries that they've been facing and lack thereof players just to have. So I love the Knicks in the spot. I think they'll control everything they need to control. Typically Jalen Brunson plays well against Rick Carlisle for obvious reasons. So I would look at kind of his points and his points over as well. I think the Knicks bury him. So I like the Knicks minus 11.5 pretty, pretty heavily.
Yeah, the Knicks have covered this line in 7 of their last 10 games. Not just covered, but covered this line of 11 and a half in 7 of their last 10 games. On fire. the Knicks are, and just kind of figuring things out. And it was really after that, players only meeting. Um, I mean, the only thing I'm concerned about is, Cat tanking this game, possibly. I'm always of concern of that. I think the thing that really questions me is just what do the Pacers look like here, coming out of the trade deadline and trying to kind of revamp and see what this team looks like. For the Knicks, it was fairly easy. You just insert Jose Alvarado, you kind of kick Tyler Kolek to the curve, and he absorbs those minutes and he plays well for you, and you just kind of build from there. But like now you're losing, a nice scoring punch off of the bench of a Matherin. You are gaining the big that you've always wanted for this season, and you just couldn't replace Miles Turner. So you get a big Zoo to come in there, but it's all still got to mesh and it's all still got to look good. And I don't know. I mean, like you said, 9 of the last 10, the Knicks have covered. They're handling business right now. The Knicks are at home. This is when they really do their damage. And then it's the Indiana Pacers, and the New York Knicks are going to take the opportunity to beat up on the Pacers. Concern for a random Pacers get up spot, yeah, but it's just too many variables right now with this new team. So yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm with you. I'll lay the big number with the New York Knicks. Knicks laying 11.5. Pretty chalk to start the day. Not gonna lie. All right. Totals at 223.5. Lonte.
Yeah, over. For me, Knicks team total over is going to be a lot of possessions where the Knicks don't typically run a ton, but I just think they'll be effective in what they want to do and get to the rim. They'll be able to slice them up on the pick and roll, and I also think the Pacers they want to play a little bit faster than what the numbers indicate. So the Knicks are susceptible to giving up threes. It's kind of their weakness defensively. Pacers can knock down decent amount of threes, so I think this can get over 223. What have we got? 112. Yeah, I think we get to Knicks can get to like 125, 130 easily to me.
I actually think the Knicks defensively, making taking a little bit of a step here and contributing to why they've gone 7 of the last 10 towards the under. Um, And I just don't think that this Pacers team is going to be able to score. Honestly, I don't see the consistent offense here. Maybe you get some Pascal Siakam going, but yeah, I don't think that I don't think they're gonna have the juice. So give me an under. I'll take under 223.5. Actually, I see it different. I see the Knicks blow out because the Pacers can't score, and the Knicks just do enough. All right. Let's see here. Before we get to the next game of the slate, gotta talk to you about Kalshi making real money over there in a real money prediction market with Kalshi legal in all 50 states. You can trade your favorite sports. You can trade the NBA, you can trade NHL, MLB, all of that stuff. They got politics, entertainment, even the weather. You can trade all of that over there at Kalshi. New Kalshi customers get $20 when they use promo code SGPN. That is Kalshi. Shout out to Giannis. Kalshi. Oh, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rebet. Rebet is the number one social sports book out. And hey, available in 35 plus states, including Texas and California. Get in on the action over there with Rebet. Plus, you can get 100% purchase up to $100. Promo code SGPN. That is Rebet. Promo code SGPN for 100% purchase match up to $100 over there at Rebet. All right, let's see what's next. We've got the Los Angeles Clippers on the road going to play the Houston Rockets. Rockets laying 7.5 here. 210.5 is the total for this one. Let's see. right. Injury report for this game, and we've got for the Los Angeles Clippers. Looks like wow. I mean, of course, Darius Garland is out with no timetable for return. Other than that, they're fine. Nothing to worry about. Yeah, you guys know Steven Adams is out for the rest of the season. I think everybody knows that. You should know that by now. All right. Other than that, Rockets are cool too. Lonte, instantly, when I look and I see Houston laying 7.5 points, I, I get sick to the pit of my stomach because Houston laying points is really not where you want to be at, especially when they start and getting to lay more than two possessions or anything like that. It just feels like they just find themselves into a close game, find themselves into a close game. They'll come up for and come up big for you as a dog at times, but like nothing you want to really go and write home about with this Houston Rockets team. Really, really not impressive to me, honestly. I expected more. Interested what you're willing to do here because I think I kind of just made it obvious what I'm going to end up doing. But Rockets are laying 7.5
Yeah, the Rockets have played 23 home games. What do you think their ATS record is?
in 23 home games. Well, I would assume that they're a favorite in majority of those games, so it can't be anything good. Um, 23, I'd say, what's that? 10? They have 10 wins.
8 and 15. That's what they are. ATS.
Oh, that
They're
sounds
19.
horrible. Ew.
They're 19 and 27 as a favorite overall. I mean, this just I can't bet them now, especially with how well Kawhi's been playing. I mean, Kawhi's shown the ability to be able to carry teams, and that's typically what he's been doing. I mean, he put on a show against Minnesota, and Minnesota is one of the better defenses in the league. Um, and they, I mean, the Rockets don't have. I mean, us, our man is a good defender, but again, he's too small for Kawhi. I mean, Kawhi probably gonna do what he wants with him. I love the Clippers in this spot. They played each other twice already before the new year. I think they split, but obviously two different teams. Um, but yeah, I think the Clippers are the side here. You cannot lay points with the Rockets. I don't care what it is. I mean, there's 3-7 ATS the last 10 as well. Like, so these are just all these numbers trend to fading them. None of those numbers go into their favor. Clippers playing decent right now. I think Ty Lue, if you had to ask him like truth, he probably would have rather have played a full season like this with some of the guys that he has. But I mean, hey, he's doing what he has to do. Kawhi's playing. He's healthy. Probably having one of the best seasons he's had, regular seasons that he's
Oh
had.
man, I mean, I'm definitely
Yeah,
for sure one of the best regular seasons he's had in a while.
yeah. So I like the Clippers here, man.
Yeah, I mean, Kawhi just dropped 41 on what was that? The Timberwolves. Brook Lopez doesn't look horrible. Man in the middle, like he still had two blocks, like he still got a level of rim protection. And then it's just the unknown variable of like, yo, if they get something great out of Ben Matherin, then you're cooking with something. I mean, that's what we wanted with this Clippers team. We wanted some juice. We wanted some youth in the building and going out there. And I think Matherin can really add that to them. So less concerned about the Clippers a lot of points. And just there was no way I was laying these points for Houston, to be honest. Like I don't really have to talk up the Clippers. So yep. Give me the Clippers plus the points. Lonte is doing the same. Plus 250. 210 is the total. 210.5. What do you want to do?
Yeah, under. I mean, just slow pace. The Rockets are gonna have to try to score on in the half court. They can't score in transition. I I just see a low scoring. Both teams struggle to get to 100 type of game. So I like the Clippers and under.
Hmm. Yeah, this is too early for Matherin to tank the defense of the Clippers. I feel like that's eventually how this marriage ends. Matherin just ends up being a liability defensively, and they don't want to deal with it anymore. But yeah, no, I like it. Under. What's next? Dallas on the road, going to play the Phoenix Suns. Suns laying 7.5. 226.5 is total. Injury report, and we have for wait, there we go. Dallas Mavericks. Clay Thompson's questionable with rest. And then, yeah, Cole Anthony's out. Well, he's not with the team. Isaiah Livers out. Grayson Allen out. All right. Wow. I really do like this Suns team. Something tells me that Dallas they can't lose every game for the rest of the season. So just get that out your head. They gotta win a game eventually. And so it's really just picking your spot. So when is the night that you're going to get the crazy flag game, and then they're just going to get the calls at the end of the game that are going to go their way, and eventually get a win. But for the most part, they make things entertaining. It just doesn't translate into them getting a win at all. But sometimes they're competitive, sometimes they're not. Lonte laying 7.5 with the Suns.
Yeah, I like the Mavericks to cover the number. I just think that they're much more competitive than what they have shown as of late. I mean, Flag has been going insane. Maybe he saw some of the discourse about him being like the sixth pick and all this nonsense, but he's been going insane the whole since the calendar flipped to 2026. He's been going insane, and I don't think that's going to slow down unless the Mavericks do the right thing and tell him, "Hey, you got an ankle injury. You're not going to be able to play for a few weeks."
Hmm.
And then we're going to reevaluate you and say you're still not ready. And then we're going to keep delaying that process so we can get a better draft pick. That's the only thing that's probably going to slow him down because if you look at the shot volume that he's getting, like they're easy. I mean, you can kind of see what they're going for. Like they want to build around. Obviously, he's the number one pick, but you want to build around him. You want him to be comfortable in being in the spotlight, being the man that runs the show, and they're prepping him for that, which is what they should do. And I think that's not gonna. I don't think that's gonna slow down here. I know Dylan Brooks will try to get under his skin. I think this is his first time going against Dylan Brooks, if I'm not mistaken. So I'll be interested to see how kind of that little dynamic goes. But I like Dallas in the spot, man. I think they're gonna play hard. They match up pretty well with them. If they can knock down some threes and run Phoenix out the 3 point line, I think they'll be fine. So I like Dallas to kind of keep it close.
Mm, I'm not sold. I mean, come on. Is Phoenix gonna really lose three straight at home? Okay, Golden State. Cool. It happened. Philly. All right. A little bit of a setback. Still, they only gave up 101 and 109 in 2 games. Like, I just like what they're doing defensively, and I think if Dallas is not able to score on the road in this game, I don't trust Dallas defensively consistently. I think that I think you could really see the shots pour from behind the arc here in this game for Phoenix, and I think 7.5. Yeah, yeah, they're at home. They're at home, and Suns cover the spread. I just have to remember that 17-9 at home, 34-19 on the season. Suns cover the spread. They handle business as a favorite. Shouldn't be concerned. Yes, they've had a little bit of setback, lost 2 games. Cool. I'm gonna get back on the wagon. Give me the Suns laying a big number. I understand the thought of Dallas. I do. But this team isn't good, and I just have to understand that. It's going to be interesting. It's probably going to be good for about 3 quarters, and then the Suns are going to pull away. 226.5.
This is tough for me, man. I would probably go under, but I don't love it. I mean, both of these teams kind of play to their opponent's pace, like so it doesn't really like their numbers are really kind of skewed a little bit, and especially with the without Booker and then with him, it's a totally different dynamic. So I would go over, thinking we see a little bit more free flowing. You talk about the threes. If Dallas can't run Phoenix off the line, they'll be in trouble. And I think Dallas will be able to make some threes. So let's go with the over.
Mm, hmm. I will take. Give me the Dallas team total under 109 and a half. I don't trust them as a team. Maybe we get Cooper Flag to have a little bit of a game, or maybe it's even Najee Marshall. I think one or the other, probably not both. I like the uh, rim protection of Mark Williams in this game. And I think that, and I think this is a big game where the Suns at home are going to try to go in there and get right, and it's going to be poor Dallas. So, yeah, Dallas scores like 99. Give me Dallas team total under 109 and a half. That's what I like in that one. All right. What's next? Spurs on the road going to play the Los Angeles Lakers. Wimby in LA here. Spurs laying 8.5 on the road. 228 and a half is the total injury report. And the, let's see, what's that? Lindy Waters? He's out. And Luca, we already knew Luca's out, but Luca's out. I am so interested, Lonte, in what you have to say here because you're known to fade the Lakers. Currently, they are playing right now. It is 36-36.
And I bet them actually. They're actually my dog on the show.
Wow. So, I mean, Braun could play the back to back. He could not. I know they talked about, all the things his body had to do to play on the back to back the last time. And so, I mean, I get it. But like, I mean, I'm just interested. I'm interested to hear what your thoughts are on the Lakers right now.
Yeah, so I've not been betting the Lakers. I said I probably wasn't going to, but I will preface it with this. This is kind of like a setup game. You know how they talk about sharp bettors betting one side to get a better number. So I bet the
Hmm.
Lakers, hoping that they were competitive and looked really good against against OKC, maybe even upsetting them, and then to fade them in this game because LeBron's, if he's gonna play, he's gonna be beat up. J Dub wasn't even supposed to play. He, arrives on the injury report miraculously saying that he's good to go. I mean, of course, another injured player plays when
plays their first game against the
that's just
Lakers.
typical. But yeah, I think the Spurs are going to bury him with or without LeBron. If it's with LeBron, that's even better because we'll probably get a better number on the Spurs, like a lower number. But I mean, he's going to go through a gauntlet right now as far as ball handling. He'll probably doing a lot more to like initiating. They can't knock down shots, and I think that's what you have to do against the Spurs, like because you
Hmm.
can't get in the interior. That's the strength of the Lakers is getting to the interior. You can't get there with Wemby and with the defense that they play. I think the Lakers are going to get buried tomorrow. So yeah, I love the Spurs.
I really, really want to be right about this and fade the Lakers. I can't imagine what the state of this team looks like on the second leg of a back to back right now. Because it's not just like it's just there's injuries and all this stuff and all everybody's beat up right now. And then just Braun is just very dramatic. I think he's just very, very dramatic. And I I don't know what I would prefer, whether he doesn't play or whether he does play. Because if he does play, I think he would go out of his way to have a bad game to show that, like, yo, this sucks. Yeah, give me the Spurs. Now, what I will say is that they kind of they kind of got in my good graces again recently over the top of the month, but I was not feeling great about the Spurs at one point. However, I think they're back good in the win column. So I think I this is the first time I'm betting them in a little minute. So, but I'm not gonna lie. I think this Lakers team is gonna look horrible. I think they're going to look horrible. But interested because I am kind of interested in what's going on in this game right now. So, however, I'm with you. Setup game. You took the Lakers. I'm interested to see how that plays out for you. Hopefully, you get a win, but definitely fading them here. Laying 8.5 with the San Antonio Spurs, and we get to play this again. All right. Well, before we get to our lock and dog, gotta talk to the people about Underdog. Hey, let's see if we can build a little underdog lineup. I know we normally do it at the end of the show, but we made it to the underdog read. We finished all of the games, so we might as well build it right now, Lonte. Let's see. Tomorrow's underdog. What do we have? Well, nothing in that Clippers game. Okay, we got some options in the Knicks and Pacers game for you, Lonte.
Yeah, I like Brunson. PRA.
Oh yeah, that's the only game we got. So
Or
we're gonna have to
OGA,
make a little.
whatever it's
We're gonna
called.
have to make a little SGE, a little same game entry here for Knicks Pacers. All right, you said what'd you like?
I like Jalen's PA higher.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same plan every time we play. Every time we play him, same plan. Jalen Brunson Cooks, uh, pick and roll, get the switch, and go to work on Neesmith. Can't guard him. Uh, hmm.
Is Furphy up there? Johnny Furphy's up there?
No, you know he's got the
Oh yeah.
ACL. But what I will say is that Pascal Siakam, I would love. Well, we really. I think I would feel better about it knowing Big Zoo and what Big Zoo was going to do if he was going to be in the game or not in the game. But Pascal Siakam points, and it's the offense. He is the offense for this team being able to go ahead and get it done. And so over 22 and a half, I mean, higher 22 and a half, and throw Pascal Siakam in there. Alante, anything else?
Um, what about threes? We think it's gonna be some threes. Do they have threes list? Do they have players listed for threes?
Let's see. We've got yeah, all the typical players. Um, OG, Siakam, Cat, Neesmith, Brunson,
Um,
Bridges.
I would probably go either Neesmith or OG. OG's been knocking down shots. Um, yeah, I would go with OG.
Mm, let me see. Hold on. I think I got another play. Oh, we can go OG. I'm fine with that. You need. I'm not as confident, but you need one play that you're not as confident in. So Jalen Brunson higher, 32.5 points and assists. Pascal Siakam higher, 22.5 points. OG Anunoby higher, 1.5 3 pointers made. I got a 40% profit boost as well. It gets me up to 6.06x. Make sure you head over there. Underdog Fantasy. Use that promo code NBA SGPN. Let me see here. All right. Let's see. Oh, Scott's dog was the Nets. Yeah, that sounds like Scott. I could have probably picked that out before you even told me and been like, yeah, Scott made his dog the Nets today. Honestly, if you sat here and told I could have picked it out that not because lot Scott's dog was the Net. Your dog was the Lakers. Like I could have told you that. I could have told you that. Rhythm. They've been on a heater for college and NBA, so make sure you go over there and check them out. Super easy to sign up over there. You can run predictions off of the house model or make your own models over there with a rhythm. Looking to go premium? Use that promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app. That is SGPN25 when you download Rhythm for your first month. Download Rhythm and use promo code SGPN25. All right. It is time for the lock and dog. Lonte, what do you like?
Yeah, so this one's climbing right now. Knicks minus 11.5. I see some 12.5 popping up. It's plus money, so but 11.5 is still out there. Grab that. I think they bury the Pacers. Dog. Let's go with the Clippers. I think they're gonna. I think they're gonna upset these guys on the road. It's just typical of Houston to lose. They haven't been playing well. Been kind of up and down, arguing on defense, and I think Kawhi Leonard could walk into 35. So let's go with the Clippers.
Wow, I really don't want to make my dog the same dog as you. This is frustrating. I don't want to put the jinx in it. I just one day I don't feel about the jinx. Some cool. Some days I'm cool. I'm jinx and cool. We'll jinx. We'll do the same thing. But there's other days that I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. It's one of those days. Lock Clippers plus 7.5. That's how we keep the mojo right. And now I need a dog. Okay. This is what. Oh wow, the next line just moved to 12.5. Lonte, you're moving lines as we speak. Speaking of 12.5, no, actually 11.5. I can bet 11.5. All right, give me the Spurs. I'll take the Spurs laying 11.5 tomorrow and just say this just straight belt to the Lakers. The Lakers don't try. The Lakers don't put any effort in. It's a scheduled loss here, and it's one of those games where it's just like you're going to LA to see Wemby play in LA, and you're getting that experience, and you go and you watch the Lakers look horrible. So give me the Spurs minus 11.5 plus 160. All right, Monte. Anything else to repeat before we get up out of here?
Nah, that's it, man.
All right. With that, he's at Lonte at XX Lonte XX on X. And I'm at really real underscore and at SGPN NBA, youtube.com/NBA Gambling Podcast, and give us a 5-star rating and review. And with that, that is it. Gotta get out of here before this computer dies. I have nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast is gonna like this. We are out of here.